Today we're going to talk about the transition between being a videographer and a cinematographer. Before we dive into that, we need to make some definitions for what those words mean. These are just my own personal opinions, so feel free to make your own, but this is how I would define a videographer versus a cinematographer. A videographer is somebody who works direct to client, usually on their own as a solo person. Occasionally they'll work with skeleton crew such as a sound person or an extra assistant to help with lighting, but generally speaking they're working in a very fast-paced run-and-gun scenario directly with a client and not with a production company. A cinematographer is somebody who works on much larger sets and specializes in the role of cinematography, specifically handling the camera movement and the lighting, working with the director of a project to help enhance the visuals of it, as well as usually having an entire grip and electric as well as assistant camera team. So with that out of the way, let's dive in. Now you might be wondering why make this transition at all? And you don't have to. Some people are completely happy being a videographer and living out their whole career as such. I have a lot of friends that are in that category that are very successful and can make a great living doing so. It just depends on what route you want to go. For myself, I have currently been in this transition for the last probably year and a half or so, moving from working with my own clients that I worked with directly to working with other production companies and productions that pop up and need a director of photography, aka cinematographer, on their project. For me, this is just a way to elevate my own work, as I don't have the distractions of trying to do sound and deal with the client and all the other things that you may have as a solo or skeleton crew videographer. Being a cinematographer just allows you to hone in and focus solely on the visuals, the camera, and the lighting of each shot. So how do you make that transition? Well, the blessing and the curse of the film industry is that there is no obvious path to make that happen. It's not like going to law school where you pass the bar and then become a lawyer. You have to figure out your own way through it. This sucks, but at the same time is also really great because it means there's more than one way to achieve this. Ways that I've found that have really helped me into making that transition to work exclusively as a cinematographer have been shooting work on spec, which means shooting my own work without a client to prove that you can shoot a certain type of work, as well as networking with various directors, producers, production companies, in addition to practicing my lighting. I come from a background of shooting action sports and documentary, so my lighting experience a couple years ago was next to none. I knew that was an area where I had to improve, so I spent a lot of time just practicing different lighting setups, which I've actually posted some YouTube videos about, which you can check out. I'll leave a link down below as well as in a card up here. But that really helped me hone that in and practice for what I inevitably knew would be the skills I would need on set for those types of productions. Additionally, a lot of people recommend that you become an assistant camera or work in grip and lighting for other directors of photography to help learn their skills that they already have. Working under somebody can be a great way to learn how a production operates and how different directors of photography light different scenes. I personally just jumped straight in because I was lucky enough to land a couple of opportunities off of some spec work and networking that I had already done that really helped me make that transition, but everyone does it in their own way. If you have any questions about how you could potentially make this transition, definitely leave them in the comments below and I'll be sure to give the best answer I possibly can. Obviously, it's a long process that takes many years to complete, so don't pressure yourself and feel like you need to rush either. If you enjoyed this video or got some value out of it, click the like button as well as subscribe down below because I'm going to be posting more filmmaking videos just like this one. Thanks for watching and we'll see you in the next one.